What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pete's Basement. First off, thanks again for a very successful week 2 of our Indiegogo campaign. Doing very well so far. And thank you and hello to all of you new fans that found us on Facebook. We're up to like, what, like 2,800? Some
29.
ridiculous number like that?
29.
Awesome. Guys, welcome, hello, and hope you enjoy the show. As always, hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up at questionsofpetesbasement.com. Let us know what you think of the show, and be sure to follow us on Twitter. And speaking of our Indiegogo campaign, also want to give a shout out to our good buddy Alan White, who is running a Kickstarter campaign trying to get some funding for his self-published comic book called The Power Principle, which is basically about these 5 kids who were attending a very exclusive artist school. They all want to be comic book artists, so I'm sure everyone out there watching can relate to that. And
Copper and Gray. That's how they got their second volume out.
Kickstarter, right? And basically these 5 kids are the first in the world to actually develop superpowers. So it's pretty much every single one of our fantasies. Every one of them. There's probably some tits thrown in there somewhere, in the fantasy world, but how many of us artists and writers don't really just sit there and think like, wow, what would I do with telekinesis? I'll tell you right now, I'd never wait in traffic again. Ever.
Just fly the car?
No, I would just throw cars into space that are in front of me. Anyone who does something stupid on the road, some dude cuts me off to...
Wait a minute. You can do that, but you're going to drive a car?
I like to drive sometimes. It's freeing. But, so make sure, check out Kickstarter.com/projects. Pedestrian?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Kickstarter.com/projects/New Mutant, which is Alan's handle on Twitter. So make sure you follow him. He's very cool, very awesome. Good friends with our buddy J.K. Woodward as well. So that's Kickstarter.com/projects/New Mutant/the-power-principle. Check him out, and if you can, send him some funding, and continue to send Pete's Basement Show some funding, and whore us out to all of your friends, because that's how we've gotten the fans so far on Facebook, and it's really working, and we completely appreciate all of your support, and it's been fantastic, and just more power to you guys. And we're gonna use the money and buy some new equipment and stuff.
Yay!
So first off, before we get to this week's comics, my personal review of Amazing Spider-Man, which I managed to go see this past Thursday with my cousin, Jason.
2 months later?
I was not in a rush to see it. Avengers was like the acme, the climax for me for the summer. I don't give a shit.
When are you going to see Batman?
I don't know, maybe another month. I'll probably get there like next week or something. But Spidey had its ups and downs. I'm glad I didn't rush to see it because it wasn't that good. I enjoyed it. The lack of the line, with great power comes great responsibility, I really detested the fact that they left the shit out. I didn't like the fact that they try to, work around it in their own little fucking artistic license kind of way. Fuck you guys. Just put the line in.
Who directed it?
I have no idea.
It's not like copyrighted or something, right? Is that
probably not. I guess not. But then again, like, it was in the first Sony movie, so what the fuck?
Right.
The tweaks in the origin, I guess I could live with. The whole convenience store robbery as opposed to the home break-in.
The point got across.
Yeah, I guess so. Peter Parker was kind of a dick. He couldn't pay for his milk that he was buying, and the guy wouldn't sell it to him because he didn't have 2 cents extra, so he leaves, and then the guy robs the store, but the guy throws him the milk, and he's like, all right, see you later. And the convenience store owner was like, yo, can I get a little help? You, the guy robbed me. He's like, that's not my responsibility. Like, fuck you, dude. You didn't sell me the milk for 2 cents. So, he was acting like a dick, and then his uncle gets shot trying to help the guy who, trying to apprehend the robber.
I guess it made Uncle Ben, like, a little heroic.
Yeah.
That's why
Martin Sheen did a good job. Sally Field was phenomenal as Aunt May. She was great.
Yeah.
Even the kid did a really good job as Peter Parker. He wasn't like the typical nerdy Peter Parker that we're used to. There was the one scene that I really thought was stupid with he's like testing his powers out at a shipyard or like a junkyard, like docks or whatever, and he's like doing some skateboarding tricks over like fucking equipment and barrels and shit.
Yeah, I didn't get the whole he's a skateboarder thing.
I don't know.
Trying to
and then he's like
modernize
swinging
it so
from chains and everything. That was stupid. I don't know. I just didn't like that scene. I thought it didn't fit. There was nothing about a shipyard. He just happens to be there. Like he just shows up there. That's fucking...
No, well, skateboarders do tend to find weird, awkward spots to goof off at.
I don't know. Never was a skateboarder.
Neither am I.
Sorry.
All you need is gravity.
The other scene I didn't like was, you know, obviously he's going to have that scene where he gets back at Flash Thompson for being a dick, and he's got a basketball in his hand. He's like, here, take it. And he's like, you know, putting it all behind his back and doing all these wacky tricks and shit. And then he tries to, like, grab it from him, and he's obviously stuck to the ball and shit. So he's like, all right, whatever. And then, you know, Flash Thompson's like, all right, come on, bring it, Parker, bring it. And he's, like, standing, you know, in front of the basket. And the 3-second lane, Parker just runs at, like, he cradles the football, yeah. Cradles the basketball like it's a football, charges him, fucking offensive fouls Flash Thompson into the fucking sidelines, and then jumps up from the foul line and slam dunks the basketball and crashes the boards like he's Shaquille O'Neal. He just breaks the backboard. Like, nobody notices some shit is up. All of a sudden, like, this nerdy little fucking do-nothing can, you know, slam dunk from the foul line.
Yeah, he did so many giveaways of his powers and his identity.
I didn't like that at all.
No bueno.
Little parts of it, though, that I did like. I like the scene when Flash Thompson was picking on whatever nerdy kid. He's trying to, like, you know, shove his face in his food, and he's like, "Come on, Parker, take a picture." And he's like, "Nah, you know, Flash, put him down. Flash, put him down. Eugene, let him go." And then Flash proceeds to beat the ever-loving shit out of him. But I like that. It would kind of give you a little insight into who Flash Thompson is behind the scenes, behind the, you know, tough guy facade, because we all know that his father's a drunk, abusive asshole. And then there's a later scene after Uncle Ben's dead, and Parker's walking through the halls. He's got his head down, and, you know, genuinely Flash goes up to him, he's like trying to apologize, and Peter just slams him up against the lockers, and he's like, "It feels good, doesn't it? Like, to let go. It feels good to get angry." So it's, you know, I like that.
Like Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary was a great.
He was awesome.
Part.
He stole the scenes whenever he was in them.
Absolutely, he was really good. Yeah, he was Captain Stacy. I liked when how he told Gwen that he was Spider-Man. Like, he kept trying to spit it out, and she wasn't getting it, and she was just like, she starts to walk away from him. All of a sudden, he just webs her in the ass and pulls her in, and she's like, you. I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Like, you know,
it was.
If I was Spider-Man, that's probably how I'd do it.
Web girls in the ass.
Yeah, why not? Emma Thompson was entirely too old to play a high school girl.
I agree.
She looked great. She's cute. She's got that little raspy voice that I think is hot.
She's fucking cute. She's adorable. She's awesome, but she's not high school.
Yeah, she's like, what, 35 now or some shit?
She's old. She has age lines soon. No.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. No, we're just kidding. Emma, we love you. I like that. Like, they did not obviously connect it to the Avengers, which was disappointing, but they left it open to do it.
You mean Emma Stone, not Emma Thompson.
What did I say?
Emma Thompson.
The same person.
That's not the same person. Emma Thompson.
I don't know who the hell who is. The blonde chick, the blonde girl from Spider-Man. What you call it? They just mentioned that, you know, Peter's family were scientists or whatever, and then they died in a plane crash. There was nothing about it, like who they were working for, nothing. So maybe in the future, Sony and Disney can get through whatever bullshit. And
not gonna happen.
Can't I fucking have a little bit of hope before you shit all over it?
Nope. Disney's a monstrous corporation. They don't want to share shit.
It's ridiculous. But Sony's the one who fucking owns it, so they're the ones being the dicks at this point. I think. I don't know.
I didn't like that. His webbing didn't come from him. It came from
Oscorp.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have him make his own webbing.
No.
They did, but he stole the formula from Oscorp.
No, you don't do that.
And speaking of Oscorp, after the Lizard was apprehended, the only hint you get to Norman Osborn is he comes to visit him.
Was that really him?
I'm guessing it was him.
But he has web shooters. It's not like he's coming out of his skin.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm assuming, unless it was like the Lizard talking to him or something, like his lizard mind.
I thought it was that other guy from Oscorp Lab that was talking to him. I just
Indian
didn't
guy?
know. Yeah.
He was dead. I thought he died.
No, I think he got away.
I thought he got his head slammed into the windshield when the car fell off the bridge.
I don't remember.
I took it as like Norman Osborn came to visit him in his cell. Came to visit, you know, Kurt Connors. But who because they kept the actor in shadow and
yeah.
They never told you who Norman Osborn was.
They
They
never
just mentioned
showed
that
him.
he's
They showed
dying.
some weird bullshit image of him.
So, guys, who is the voice? The voice sounds familiar. So, does anybody know who the voice is at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man movie that possibly played Norman Osborn or whoever the fuck it was? Little insight into that. Overall, I guess out of a possible 5 stars, I'll give Spider-Man 3.5. Cannolis. 3.5 Cannolis. That's about it. It was good.
It was alright.
It wasn't anything to write home about for me. The graphics were nice. Oh, that was the other scene I liked when he saved the kid, the construction worker's kid from the on the bridge on the Williamsburg Bridge, and then later on, in order to get to Oscorp, the guy calls up like all his construction workers. Like, no, we're not evacuating the city. Spidey needs help. He's got to get across town. Line the cranes up. And then all of a sudden you see all the cranes on the top of the buildings like they're turning.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so it gives them like a clear path to web through it. And the visual of the swinging, that whole like 5-minute scene was awesome. That was really cool.
And they show his strength a lot in this.
Yeah.
Which is great. It wasn't just he's acrobatic and spider webs.
Right.
I also
he's
found that
strong.
I didn't think I was going to like the first person POV scenes. And I found myself wanting a little bit longer scenes with that. I thought it was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. I like you know, all of a sudden like you got your hands out here and that's what you're seeing, and as he's swinging, it was better than I expected.
It's like a ride.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I need to just now watch Batman.
Yeah, I'll get there maybe a week or so. I promise. So probably by the next time we have a round table, I'll have seen it.
Don't eat before. Eat something light. It's 2 hours and a half.
I know, I heard. So no sodas for me.
Yeah.
This week, starting out, my books of the week was Animal Man and Swamp Thing, number 12, Rot World, part 1 and 2. Both came out consecutively. Awesome. Been waiting for this crossover forever. Well, for the past year at least.
Yeah, they've been hinting about it since like issue 1.
But you knew it was happening. Like they were just, even Snyder had said that they're leading this in to get, like they have to join forces against the Rot, which is like the counterbalance of the green and the red. And basically, Animal Man and Swamp Thing have been lured into the Rot by a resurrected Anton Arcane. And this was all part of his master plan, because now that these two guys are here in the Rot, the rest of the Rot's like little creepy, crawly soldier spider thingies can creep into our world and just infest the whole thing. And there's only Animal Man's daughter and Abby Arcane to fight them off. It's a really great story. It's very cool. Artwork's awesome. And I'm really very thrilled.
It's been a year. How are these 2 books?
They're fantastic. They really are. I wasn't that into Swamp Thing when it first started. I thought it started out a little slow. I was more into Animal Man, but as I realized that the 2 of them are drawing themselves together, I stuck with Swamp Thing, and I'm really glad I did. It's really, really good. And right now, now you're gonna have Rot World the Red in Animal Man and Rot World the Green in Swamp Thing, but they're still gonna be, basically two pieces of the same story. Mm-hmm. So if you're reading one, there's no reason you shouldn't be reading the other at this point. And as far as like the DCNU goes, I think this is one of like the top shelf shit, without a doubt.
You said top shelf shit.
Top shelf shit. It's like the McCullens to the Johnny Walker Red of fucking I don't know. Give me a bad one.
Alcoholic reference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Give me a bad DCNU book. Off the top of your head.
Deathstroke.
There you go. iZombie.
Anything with Leafield. Oh, iZombie.
You've been enjoying this from
I fucking love iZombie, but it finished this week. This week was the last issue.
You should marry it.
What happens?
Oh man, it's epic.
Really?
It's this big.
What number did it finish with?
28.
Okay. Odd number to finish.
Pick it up. Get a trade. You'll love it. It's done. Oh. It's good shit. It finished. The artist actually who started this is going over to Daredevil. But I definitely recommend this to everybody. Pick up the trades. Sooner or later, Vertigo will do an omnibus of it. It's only 28 issues. But definitely.
So I was zombie now?
Yeah, smart ass. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's book of the week because of that.
Because it's
for me.
Of it?
Yeah.
Did it, it concluded like well? Yeah. There's no like little hints that something else may come up afterward.
No, I mean they could if they wanted to, but the way it ended is like totally different. It was nice. It was really Vertigo-ish, if you understand what that means.
Strange.
I've read like 1 or 2 Vertigo things to understand. Like it's Merciless Me. You've been reading.
Merciless Ming is fucking awesome.
What is that?
I caught up to 2 and 3 that he came out this week.
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon.
Yeah, Flash. It's how Ming took over, and Ming's badass. Like now he's just bald and he's the boss and shit. But back then he actually had hair. Right. He was a really fucking cocky son of a bitch and shit.
Being a dictator stresses you out.
No, even before he was just a prince. Like he was just shit in the face of everybody.
How did he take over?
Well, he started shitting in the face of the other leaders of Mongo. Mongo?
Yeah, Mongo.
Yeah.
And the first, the queen of the Hawkmen, he literally like flew up to her, ripped her wings off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then like the Sharkman, he like killed him and shit in the water and fed him to his own people, and then he killed his own father afterwards. And it was
so now is he doing this? Like you see how like Doctor Doom has like his country's best interest in mind, even though he's a psychotic dictator asshole to like the rest of the world, but he
feels justified in what he does.
Yeah, like he's very good to the Latverians. Like that was always something about Doom. How is it that, you know...
No, if you even look at Doom on permission, he'll kill you. If you design a weapon and he doesn't want nobody else to know about it, he'll kill you. He's literally Ming the Merciless for a reason. He's a badass son of a bitch. Like...
So he's just doing this because he wants to rule Mars.
Yeah, like right now there's somewhat of a peace at a conference.
Well, because that was from reading like the Flash Gordons from from Arden Entertainment, and then later I think it was Dynamite that picked it up.
Yeah, this is from Dynamite.
Yeah, no, this is IDW, right?
That's doing Dynamite.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, then so this isn't attached to Flash Gordon Zeitgeist.
No, not at all.
Is that like two separate stories?
I have no... Yeah, so totally. This is like... He's younger in this.
So
this is before he becomes...
But I'm saying this is going to connect to the other, like, Flash Gordon Invasion of the Red Sword and everything. This is...
I don't know.
It probably won't connect. It's probably just like an origin story.
I don't know, because when it comes to Dynamite, they're just all over the place with a lot of properties.
That's why I'm trying to figure out where they are with this now.
Yeah. That's why I never got into that Green Hornet shit.
Yeah. That's one big problem with Dynamite is they throw a lot of shit at you immediately.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, where do I have to go with this?
They don't let shit build up. Like
Warlord of Mars. And you got
Warlords of Mars.
Warriors of Mars. Dejasaurus and the White Apes of Mars.
Yeah.
Like, slow down, guys. It's hard to keep up.
Is that real? White Apes of Mars?
Yeah. Dead World, World of the Dead, #1. The artwork was phenomenal.
Really?
I liked it. I did.
I didn't.
I didn't like the rest of it. I liked this like scratchy kind of sketchy Alex Mayleaf style work, you know?
Oh, see, I like him for some reason. I don't know why.
But I mean,
the scratches I get is him or what the fuck's his name? Jay Lee. Other than that, I don't like getting too scratchy.
I like this work. It's a very dark style, which kind of fits the story. But overall, the story I couldn't really get into. It's like you know, basically the zombies are being controlled by a king zombie. And he's like giving them mental commands to go forth.
King zombie.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that. And like all of a sudden, this guy's girlfriend dies, and like the zombie infests her body or something to protect a little girl. I found myself very confused, and it was kind of a struggle to get through. And it's unfortunate because it's only 5 issues long, and it's a weekly series. So obviously, #2 is gonna be out next week. I may pick it up again to try to like, you know, see what the fuck is going on. First of all, this is your shot of the King Zombie, who kind of looks like, I don't know. There was that...
it's a mohawk and aviator glasses.
No, it reminded me of that cover of the movie, I think it was Dead Alive or something like that, where Roddy Piper wore the sunglasses and you could see the... What's that? They Live? Is that it? Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Like, it's I don't know. I couldn't really get into it, and I found myself kind of really looking for like another book to... move on to like halfway through, but I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up and maybe I won't. But if you guys read it, by all means, you know, let us know what you think of Dead World, World of the Dead #1. Questions@Pete'sBasement.com or start a thread on Facebook.
Oh, what's that? You didn't like it? Oh, see, they answered already.
Yeah. You got great hearing.
Thank you.
Very good.
50%.
Infected #1. I read like half of it and I'm like,
It is talky, but it's building up this big shit. It's like the government's after the infected, and they're having issues. Obviously,
infected with what?
The zombie plague virus.
Okay.
It turns everybody extra violent and shit. Like really fucked up violent.
But isn't that like been done so many times?
A lot of shit's been fucking done many times.
There's not a lot of ways you can rewrite a zombie story.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is that not to rewrite it, but just don't do it.
You know what the funny thing is everybody that's writing a zombie story now is trying to go off of what Walking Dead did, which was a pretty revolutionary thing at its time, was not make it about the zombies, but make it about the people surviving.
Get away from the zombies.
Yeah, the zombies are like a tertiary character in this. Like, you don't always run into them. It's always the drama that these people are going through in this fucked up world that they live in.
What's that classic movie, black and white, zombies?
Night
of the Living Dead?
Yeah. That's awesome because of that.
Same type of.
I prefer that one. I don't prefer the remake.
That's the one when they're all trapped in the house by the cemetery.
Yeah. There was a good thing they did years ago. Somebody did like an audio commentary of it, like redid the vocals and everything. It was pretty funny.
Oh God, I'm afraid.
That was a pretty revolutionary movie for its time. The black guy turned out to be the hero. This is fucking like 1968.
Seriously, that was
pretty unacceptable. Mm-hmm. And then of course he fucking got infected and died at the end anyway. But still,
not 1968. If it was like
that was like 68.
No. What I'm saying, if it was 1948, it'd be a little different. But it was 1968.
Fine.
Harvest.
Harvest is about
farmer.
No, harvesting organs illegally. Oh, and it follows this doctor who's really, really bad coke habit and hookers and all this shit. And well, he fucks up in the operating room, even though that patient would have died. He's still fucked up, and he gets kicked out. So he gets picked up by these gangsters to start doing that for a living.
Sounds like kind of like what's that show with Bryan Cranston?
Oh yeah, okay, I know. Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
I've heard many good things about this show. People are like, yo, why don't you watch this?
I watched the first season, first episode. It was good, but I just haven't gotten there yet. I gotta finish.
How you like it, motherfucker?
I always do it to him.
Whoa, no. I've been meaning to get into Breaking Bad, but I haven't. Harvest, I just picked it up because it's Image. It's #1. Image been doing some good shit.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Cool. And Think Tank, also #1. A lot of #1s came out this week that we gave a shot, that we gave a test run to.
DC and Marvel are just disappointing, so fuck it. Think a super genius kid working for the government think tank, and he has to create crazy shit for them, and from spy planes, drones, all that shit, to the extra crazy shit the government wants, like mind reading, invisible shit, all that stuff. So he developed some mind reading and shit like that, and it's weird because he
develops mind reading.
Yeah, he's a geek, so he goes full blown into it. But once he discovers it, he's like, "Fuck, what did I do?" People's privacy is no longer there.
Right. Kind of like Facebook.
Yeah. So it's really fucking interesting. I think you'll like it.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
The Cape. It's 1969, #2.
We finally see the Cape.
Finally.
Not
the Cape, but we see some flying.
The character that's responsible for the Cape.
What happens? Because I'm not reading this one.
Short little Asian guy in Vietnam.
Yeah, he's tattooed up, and he's kind of like he's just a weird little shriveled up guy.
They call him a witch.
Yeah, he's like a witch. Or they call him a witch. I don't know. We don't know exactly where he's from or what his origin is, but. And then it's him and like the only American survivor. Where country are they supposed to be in? Vietnam, right?
Vietnam, yeah.
And so there's like some sort of like thing that the two of them have to drag each other into the mud or into the water.
They have to race, and one of them has to get a flag, but it's tied together.
Each American flag or whatever. And then the other, whoever loses, has to get sodomized by the whole. They don't show it because it doesn't happen yet. But
they threaten to sodomize them. The whole military unit is going to rape you and then kill you.
But basically, the little shriveled up tattooed guy, like he has some tattoo on his chest that when he touches it, he can fly. And then he gives that power to the American. But we don't know yet still how the Cape. I think the Cape is going to wind up being like a ripped off piece of his uniform or something like that.
Interesting.
So it's
weird.
That's exactly
weird.
It's a wait till the whole series is done.
Yeah, definitely.
Anytime you throw sodomy or the possibility or the hint of, surprise butt sex into the deal, it's kind of a turn off to me. Just gonna throw that out there.
You've never done that with a girl?
Just like surprise some.
Oh no, you never
surprise hand over a mouth.
No,
but we're talking about
rape.
Yeah,
we're talking about having it done to a man.
Yeah, no, that's not kosher.
Right.
So moving on to Marvel now, we've got AVX, a new one. Basically, Spidey is the last man standing, which I kind of appreciate, but then he gets his fucking ass handed to him by
Phoenix Force. I mean, everybody has handed to him by the Phoenix Force, and it's just he took one for the team, and I'm like, really, motherfucker, you?
What's wrong with Spidey? Take one for the team. That's what he does, man.
I'm sorry. Wolverine was there. You throw Wolverine into that bunch. You have a healing factor and adamantium bones. Have fun fighting these motherfuckers. Me? No fucking healing factor?
And then the Phoenix got a hold of Hope anyway. At the end, like you see Colossus or whatever.
Yeah, they go to the Magic City. Kowloon? Whatever the fuck is it? Yeah.
Because they've been leading up to that with New Avengers, and they talk about like UT and everything, and he found like this other girl.
How many more issues?
And it's showing a lot darker side of they're showing a lot darker side of the Phoenix Force.
But now here's a little speculation. Now Marvel's doing this whole new bullshit come October is it?
Marvel Now.
But now let's look at the fact that the Phoenix Force itself, is all about rebirth, renewal,
or destruction.
Destruction and then rebirth. That's what the Phoenix is. It destroys, but it rebuilds.
Right.
So how is this gonna fucking lead into Marvel Now? Because it's got to be connected somehow. The Phoenix has got to. It's got to end somehow.
It's gonna be the subsequent event. So,
it's gonna be the fucking next thing that it leads into. Or like the cause. This is the cause, and Marvel Now is the effect. Got to be. I don't know how. I don't fucking care.
A really big, massive, brand new day.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna suck fucking cow balls just as much. Bull balls, I guess, because any of you fucking technical assholes out there are going to write to me and say, cows don't have balls. Well, I know they don't.
Some of them do.
Well, the amount of steroids you pump
they have them removed.
Anyways.
Ballinectomy.
So, I guess we'll see what happens with that one.
That's a delicacy in some countries.
I know.
Cow balls.
Poor Chevy Chase.
What? What?
Remember the movie he was eating the fucking sheep nuggets or whatever?
Which one was that?
I don't remember.
Fletch?
They had like a contest to see like who could eat the most, and he just keeps going with it, and then they finally tell him it was like fucking, goat balls or something.
Way off topic.
Avenging Spider-Man number 10. The only thing I liked about this 2-issue story was
that it ended?
That too. I like the interaction between Spider-Man and Ms. Marvel. Now
that's
Captain Marvel.
Only good thing.
Yeah. Other than that, like, some girl, some like computer program RoboCop girl goes a little, awry and decides to be a fucking humanitarian Robin Hood type of person because the company that created her is, a bunch of evil corporate dicks.
You know what her name is?
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah. No, that's why I pulled out the Robin Hood thing.
With a Y.
With a Y. For freedom.
I didn't care for this. I mean, I was hoping Spider-Man and Blondie get it on something.
He whispers something in her ear. Like, they're trading, like, secrets back and forth, like really deep, dark secrets. And finally at the end, she's like, you still owe me a secret. And he whispers something in her ear. And she's like, oh, really? It's like, not what you expected, huh? So he probably said, like, I'd like to shove my face between your tits and go.
No, because she wouldn't have said that's what, not what you expected.
Anyway, Peter Parker's Spider-Man 156.1. For Spidey's 50th anniversary, basically they're taking all of the old dead Spidey titles, Peter Parker Spider-Man, Sensational, they'll probably do Web of, they'll probably do Spectacular. Guaranteed. Any fucking dead Spidey title, they'll come out with a number 1. I'm sorry, a .1.
I like Web of.
And it's just going to be like a little one-shot tale into, a little aspect of Peter Parker's life and somehow related to his origin. This one has him going back to the warehouse where he fought the burglar that killed his uncle. That was it.
Oh, that's stupid shit.
And he saves a bunch of, immigrant workers that are working, for very low wages and shit. So that's that. It wasn't a bad story. Is it worth your money? If you're a big Spidey fan, sure. It'll probably be nice to have the little collection of .1 issues. But other than that, it was alright.
Yeah, not like this.
Daredevil.
Ooh.
I'm behind on Daredevil, so.
He's back from Latveria, which I completely forgot about. Because, Iron Man took 0.8 seconds to find them. But there's there's
nothing Iron Man can't do, don't you know that?
But his senses are still, like, gone,
fucked up.
Right?
Yeah, he still has the nanites, nanobots, or whatever the fuck is that.
They sent Ant-Man inside him, like friggin', what's it called?
Fantastic Voyage?
Fantastic Voyage. To go, it was, I don't know, I thought it was dumb.
A little lame?
Yeah, it was
shame, because this title started out so good.
Yeah. No, it's still good. I think this issue was just like a hit and miss.
It starts out with this crazy zany adventure shit, and then it ends up with Foggy kicking him off.
That's the other thing. Yeah, Foggy wants to, nothing to do with him anymore. He's taking his name off the door and everything.
Again, huh? Yeah. Like, Foggy just goes through his moments where he's like, fuck you, we're breaking up.
Right, yeah.
Awesome.
Hawkeye, number 1. I didn't get a chance to read this, but I bought it.
The art's okay.
Okay, let's say you like the character, because I know you and I don't care for him. No. Would it still be good? Would it be okay?
Yeah, if you like the character, you'll love it because it shows him in his natural habitat and what he does and how great he is and how much he's just a regular guy. Because he gets fucked up in the beginning of the book, and he takes like 6 months to start walking again and shit like that because
he's only human.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then he goes home and his tenants are being bought out and he's trying to fix it, offering to pay all their rents. I didn't know Hawkeye makes this kind of money.
This is only because
I didn't know the Avengers paid.
Yeah, they did.
And what else? He eventually ends up buying the building for like $12 million.
Where's he getting this money from?
That's what I'm fucking asking.
Yeah. Maybe
he's not Oliver Queen.
Well, Tony Stark probably lent it to him.
Maybe, yeah.
No, Tony Stark is broke and he's working for the Mandarin now in this book. Yeah.
Is he working for the Mandarin?
Working for the Mandarin.
So he's working for the Mandarin.
Oh no, check this out. It gets better. It turns out Mandarin's rings aren't just rings; they're actually vessels, and each one is an alien soul. And the Mandarin is working to release those alien souls.
Cool. That sounds like a nice hobby.
And he's using Tony Stark because he controls being. Oh my God! I can't even finish.
That's pretty stupid.
That's what's happening in Invisible Iron Man right now.
Should be Invisible Iron Man.
Should be Suck My Left Nut Iron Man.
First X-Men.
They couldn't fit all that on the page.
Wolverine. Oh my God! I forgot about it. And my brain's trying to push it out. Wolverine and Sabretooth, they're buddies. Somewhat.
Skipping down the street, holding hands.
Yeah, and
tisket a tasket.
They're out to protect their own kind.
Mutants?
Yeah. So they technically go after other ones they found on the list that the government's going after.
When does it take place?
I don't even know.
When did they get this list?
I don't know. Some government shit. They went into.
Found in the
no. He went to look for a friend's son, who's different, and he turns out to be a mutant.
Right.
And Wolverine goes after the people who took the kid.
Different like Pete.
He finds the warehouse. He gets the files there. The files lead him to Professor X, who turns him down. Some other chick who does incredible illusions, and next issue is
Professor X turns him down to help other mutants.
Professor X doesn't want to be involved with that stuff. He wants to live a normal human life.
That's fucking
completely
ridiculous.
Out of character.
That's out of character from the beginning, the inception of Professor X. Who wrote this piece of shit? Neal Adams, right?
Yeah.
Stick to fucking drawing, man.
And
Professor X didn't arrive at that as an adult. That's how he felt his whole life.
Yeah.
So next is
just like Magneto felt the opposite.
No, Magneto's coming up next.
All right. This might be fucking worth reading just to see how much of a shit show it can be. Surprise hit of the week will conclude with Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh yeah, that was like saving grace.
I had no faith in this. I'm like, fuck, they did it with the Punisher, they did it with Wolverine, but you know, when I flipped through the book and I saw that he cut the Watcher's head off by the end of it, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I mean, you know, how ridiculous could this be?
It's just meant to be dopey, right?
But it's awesome. Silly. It's an alternate reality.
Right, obviously.
And the Watcher says that, and then he fucks up the Fantastic Four, which is awesome, because you know they kind of get on my nerves.
What's kind of from the title, right?
Well, yeah.
Is it one shot?
No, it's a couple of issues. It's a weekly too.
That's a big universe to kill in one issue.
So he rated the Fantastic Four. He fucks up the Watcher, but he fucks up the Watcher with something Reed Richards created. And he tells him this. You know, it's fucked up that Reed Richards created something to kill you with. And then he shoots him. And then he just goes on from there.
That makes sense. Reed Richards would...
But he knew about it because he's watching.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
He can't, you know...
He should have been like, I agree. I saw that. And then he gets shot. You know. But really, surprise hit, guys. Pick it up. It's funny. I had no faith in this story at all, and I saw a couple of people on Facebook. It was Stephen Gaspard, possibly, that had mentioned it, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go get it. And glad I did. Thanks. So before we go, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I think I talked about it last week, the comprehensive history of the Batmobile.
You did.
Nice textbook worth. All kinds of cool pictures from the first inception of the Batmobile into the comics throughout all of its appearances on TV to cartoons, movies, whatever. Got a little contest for you. You want your Batmobile book? You're going to have to work for it.
Whoa.
What is the one thing everybody does? I don't care if you're a school kid. I don't care if... No.
I knew. I was waiting for him to do one of that.
Let's keep it G-rated for just a minute. When you were a kid, especially back in the 80s for me, I was home from school, I watched Price is Right. That's what I did. Bob Barker was the man. Rod Roddy with his crazy fucking jackets. You could be Rod Roddy.
Couldn't get any more
crazy fucking jackets.
Price is Right.
Telling you. Yo, the models were
I didn't see that coming. Price is Right, really?
No, you watched Price is Right, man. Fuck you.
You didn't do that to Price is Right, did you, Ramon?
So... I hate you guys.
Well, I don't know. That's some pretty nice models out there.
So we're going to have a little Pete's Basement Price is Right game. comiclink.com, one of my favorite side eBay auction sites. They always do like these Silver and Golden Age CGC books, some low grade, some high grade. You can get some original comic art stuff on there. I bought a few things back and forth. They have a for sale section, and then they have a featured auction section each month. This month's featured auctions start on August 16th. One of the things that they have there is a graded 2.5 Detective Comics 27, first appearance of Batman. Now, I'm not saying anybody could really afford this. I'm sure there's people out there who can. But the fact is, I don't really know what this book could possibly go for. I have my speculations, but anytime an auction like this has been tracked, it's always been an 8.0 or a fucking 9.0. Something that's going for millions upon millions of dollars.
First appearance of Batman.
First appearance of Batman. Here you have for lack of a better term, an affordable copy of this book. You know, as far as like the regular psychotic comic collector goes. So what we're going to have you do, guys, is submit your best guess for what this book is going to sell for. It's a 2.5 CGC unrestored copy of Detective Comics 27. Whoever comes closest to the winning bid without going over will win the Batmobile book.
Without going over the bid.
Without going over the closing auction bid.
Let's say it's $50.
Let's say if the book closes at $50.
And they say $50.50, but somebody else says $49.
The guy who just to be said $49 is the winner.
Just to be clear.
Price is Right rules, man.
Yeah.
I know. Just want to make
so
sure
if somebody says $49.98, and then some other douchebag says $49.99, the douchebag wins. And I would punch the motherfucker that did that shit to me. Like, what's the highest bid, Bob? $3,025. $3,026. Fuck you, bitch.
It's part of the game.
I wanted that fucking blender.
It's alright. Oh, Bob.
So if you want your Batmobile comprehensive history book, go check out comiclink.com, or just, submit your best guess to how much a 2.5 Detective 27 is going to sell for. And when the auction closes, the auction lasts for 2 weeks. So it starts on the 16th. It will end at the end of August. Yeah. And that's when the winners will be announced.
And it's whoever comes closest and first.
Without going over.
Right. Well, no, like if 5 people guess the same exact thing, it's whoever gave us the first.
Oh, of course.
Yes, whoever we got the email from first.
Be clear.
Yes. Very good, Steve. All right, guys, I think that just about covers us for this week.
Yay.
Yay. You didn't yay, Steve.
Yay.
There you go. We'll see you next week.
A lot of editing.
I know.
Go ahead, clap it in.
Soft, non-violent claps.
Shush. One more. Now we're good.
Off the belly. Nothing but belly.
2 points.
Hope your arms keep on hurting for weeks to come. I'm flipping here through Night of 1,000 Wolves because this week's book.
Stay on this week's stuff, Ramon.
Suck.
Try not to go to the other week's books.
All right, first X-Men.
Let's run through that again. You should edit that part out.
Oh, I should, huh? Edit what part out?
The part where we're talking about last week's books.
Hold them though. Whoa, take it easy. All right, go ahead.
They're just better. Okay. You want to clap it in?
Yeah.
Clap it in and just. And
surprisingly, you don't have too much.
Outtakes, we need some outtakes, we need some outtakes.
Actually,
no!
Next week you
should. What are you, him now?
Next week you should do the whole outtake episode.
That's why it was fun.
I'm up.
Hey, while you're up, give me water.
Sure. You want something?
Actually, no, I got a water. What am I talking about?
You want something?
Blew my mind.
Damn.
Did anybody see
What was that? Were you catching that, Matt? Whatever that was? Okay, good. Whatever that was.
He got up. I was like, oh, the fan.
Yeah. Does my mic look okay?
No.
Not even a little bit. It's literally aiming at you.
They another shower now.
He makes that face when he reaches his crotch. I don't know.
No, he wasn't making that face for you. I think he was making that face for him.
Oh.
No, I was making a face for you.
Oh, you are? Oh.
Sometimes you gotta do the little pinch and pull, especially it's hot now. What?
Wow, I fucking hear that.
What?
Poor Raj. Shit he goes through his ears.
what?
I hear him shuffling with his mic.
Did you do that on purpose before?
No, I can't reach my arms.
Oh.
I'm like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Motherfucker.
Can I do it for you?
Yeah, please.
Lean over here.
This isn't often we catch you cursing down here. Yes, Steve.
There were people watching us the whole time?
Bastards.
Surprise butt sex into the deal. It's kind of a turnoff.